on which we will explore this issue more. But what I need to hear from you now is 2 more pros on Abou Jahjah's story.
The 3 that he mentions are exactly what I can say, so no problem, you can go ahead.
So the pros are the things we agree upon, obviously.
Okay, the second hour of this evening we will spend on 2 statements. Statement 1, Muslim interests in Europe can best be pursued through Islamic organizations like, for example, Islamic schools and political parties. Mr. Abou Jahjah.
What is difficult is to actually pursue multicultural Europe. Multicultural Europe is not multi-religious Europe. Multi-religious Europe should be an obvious issue. It's freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We know reality is otherwise. We all know what happens in France. We also know how the debate goes in the Netherlands. And we know that actually this is not how things are evolving, unfortunately. However, we think that sociologically speaking, the Muslims in Europe are not one and the same. Sociologically speaking, they have other dimensions. And these dimensions are as important into political activities as their religious dimension. Like, as organization, many people think we are a Muslim organization because we defend Islam and the right of religious practice. Of course we defend that, but we are an Arab organization. And why we are that? Because we defend also that connection. We defend the Palestinian cause. Out of a diaspora analysis. We defend Iraq. We are in favor of the resistance in Iraq because of that diaspora analysis. We are opposed to the regimes, to the dictatorships, also because of that analysis, because we think that they are as much an enemy of our people as the Americans are and as the Zionists are. So that's why I think the interests of the Muslims in Europe is a very vague issue. There are interests that all Muslims have in common, and we are loyal to these interests. But there are other interests too. There are other interests that we have also in common with all other groups. For example, I am personally I feel very much linked to people who are actually anti-capitalist. I feel people who are socialists, really socialists, not social democrats. Because I don't think social democrats are social democrats, I think they are social liberals. But real socialists are my brothers and sisters as well. People who say, I don't accept concentration of capital, are my comrades and my brothers and sisters. So I have with them also a common struggle. So you see, we have different dimensions, and here maybe we do not disagree. I mean, and one of these dimensions, the interest of Muslims, can be served by a Muslim organization called as such, but also the Muslims as a group, not as a group organized around Islam, but as a group organized around what we consider national identities, even if they are plural. These groups should, of course, also incorporate other interests that are maybe sometimes common to everybody living here, and I prefer interests common to a world global analysis. Positioning yourself in the world divide between, on the one hand, not the West and its civilization, and not Islam and its civilization, because I don't believe in that kind of clash, but positioning yourself in the international global divide between what I consider as forces of oppression, and in my analysis are the forces of the international capitalist system, and on the other hand, the people of the third world who are being victimized by that system. And I am not accepting an analysis that does not point that out. I do not accept, let's dialogue analysis on that level. On that level, there is no dialogue. On that level, there is a killing machine that is devastating Africa, devastating big parts of Asia, devastating big parts of China, and devastating also big parts of my original homeland.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ramadan.